Yay Media Group.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome back. We are so excited that you're here with us. We are Kimberly and
Angelo.
Yeah, baby.
I was just about to say it, but you took it
We
already.
are the Harrells.
The Harrells.
We are the Harrells.
I was just about to say, hello, everyone. But you just beat me to the punch. Yeah.
Baby, open us. Say it.
Yeah.
Say
Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
Welcome. And I am Angelo.
And I am Real Talk Kim.
See?
Y'all, we are so excited that you're here. It is October. This is a very busy month for us.
Real busy.
Baby, we've been traveling.
Yeah.
We are headed to marry one of our friends in Caymans. We are just busy. Just, you know what? When you marry the right person, it is the most fun on the planet. You know, I've been married before.
Not really. That was just...
And I haven't been married before because this was all that counted.
Yeah, they don't count.
I've been married before, and none of, my exes didn't travel with me. And I have to say, this has been the greatest joy is that
But they didn't know who I was when I was traveling with you anyway.
They thought you were my security guard.
Yeah, they didn't know who I was. Like, who's that? Is he single?
Uh-huh.
You like...
You better keep your hands off him. You better.
And you couldn't even say nothing.
I couldn't say that.
You couldn't even say nothing. You're like, is he single? He's like, no, he's a security. He don't. He's strictly.
But hey, baby, when we first started dating, people thought you were my security guard. Then they thought you were my trainer. We just were very protective of you and I.
Yeah.
You know, I think we were dating 7 months before we ever even dripped it. And we dripped it on my birthday,
Right.
on my 51st birthday, that we were together. And it was phenomenal because the whole world was like, oh my God, Real Talk Kim.
So what do you think?
Is dating a black man.
Yeah. Could have been from the DR. Don't ever know what somebody
I know
are.
it. That was like a big deal when we first got together, was that you were a black man. And it's always just been so normal for us. Like,
yeah.
I honest to God, you're like one of the...
We're not the first one to ever date outside
No.
our race and stuff. It's just kind of like being in the church world. That's the reason why we decide not to let everyone know. Because some people minds and stuff, and some of these big churches and small churches are still...
Ain't that
just
crazy?
Just that small.
Why do you think people have a problem with that? Like,
I don't know. Maybe it's
interracial marriage.
Maybe it's their zip code.
Really?
Yeah, because if you stay over here by the ocean and stuff in a $10 million house, I'm not thinking about what you're doing over here in Section 8.
It really is.
This is your small mind.
One thing that I discovered is people that are always
Yeah.
criticizing other people, baby, never have anything going on in their life.
Yeah.
And they need to go get a life. Because I am so busy living and loving. I want everyone to feel what we're feeling. So y'all, listen, We've got a great show today. Before we get into it,
Let's get in.
We are talking about reasons why you should not be dating him or her. It is gonna be so spicy.
They probably told you not to date me.
Not one person told me not to date you.
Oh.
Not one, not even my sons.
Oh.
Like you, baby, when I tell you, I always have given great relationship advice to not have success in relationships. I can tell you how to mess them up and how to get in them. But it was so beautiful because my staff, my sons, my mother, like every person that mattered to me, people that did life with me, loved you. Because you can't fake good character.
No. And
you are just a solid man. Your fruit is amazing.
Oh.
So I want to make sure right now that y'all go share this. Go share this. Just push that share button. Also, make sure you're subscribing wherever you're watching from. Make sure if it's on Spotify or YouTube or Apple, Android podcast, on whatever. push that subscribe button and then share. We would love for you to share with your friends because today's going to be great. I'm telling you why you should not be dating.
Give us all your comments.
Yes, and leave comments, y'all. We love to hear from you. We love our loyal, man. We got some loyal, diehard people.
Yeah, we need to know what happened to your relationship. Why you're not in a relationship?
Talk to us so we can talk back.
Why you're not saying? Why are you saying I'm not marital material?
Why?
Yeah,
you're literally cursing yourself.
Yeah. Why you say that? So we need to hear it. That way, maybe we can get you in the couples goal, the singles as well.
The couples goals are for people that are in complicated relationships, people that are in toxic relationships, people that want to be in a relationship. It's for everybody. People that are married, thriving. Like, this is just going to be a fun 5 weeks. And if you are late coming in on the couples goals, or you can't do it because of financial reasons, make sure that you join later because you can go back and watch. It is all on Zoom on Monday nights, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you can go back and watch the replays as much as you want.
Maybe I'll do one for one person, one couple.
Oh, you're gonna do a Zoom with just one couple?
No, I will probably pay for one.
You're gonna pay for one?
Yeah, I'll pay for one.
So how do we do that?
But they would have to go and reach out to you to say why.
Okay, if you want to get in the couples goals, my baby is going to sponsor you. Make sure you go to rtkquestions@gmail.com and tell us why you want to be or feel like you deserve to be in the relationship goals. Okay, rtkquestions@gmail.com. All right, y'all, we are going to a break and we will be right back.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome back, everyone. We are the Harrells. This is Angelo and Real Talk Kim.
Real Talk Kim and Angelo Harrell.
Yes. Yo, I'm so excited.
Harrell.
Baby, I'm so excited about this podcast. It's going to be so good.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It always
You look so handsome.
It's so good. Thank you.
That color looks beautiful on you.
Man, I would tell you, I was blessed by Pastor Matt.
Oh, yeah, we both got our outfits from Pastor Matt.
Pastor Matt, man, from Wade Church.
Thank you, Pastor Matt. Wade Church.
Wade Church.
He's got a great podcast, too. It's called The Red Letters.
The Red Letters.
It's really good. Yeah. Pastor Matt Whitfield. If you're in Houston, go see him. It's
a
great church.
Wade Church in Houston, I'll tell you, Matt. Yep. Caroline and Grace.
Yeah, we love them. So, baby, listen, we're talking this whole month about relationships. Today, we're focusing on why you should not be dating him or her. Man. Have you ever dated someone and knew it wasn't going anywhere?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
Who?
This girl over here that lived on 115th Street. It's 115.
How long did you
115th Street. How
long did you date somebody when you knew it wasn't going anywhere?
I mean, you kind of know, but you know, whatever they doing for you and she doing and he doing for each other, it's all about, the give and take.
Sometimes we settle.
Yeah, you kind of like say, what are you getting out of it? Well, what you getting out of it? Well, she cooked my food or she buy me food. Do you think men really
fall for women because they can cook?
I think men just fall for someone to have someone too, because they don't want to be alone.
What's the biggest thing men look for in a woman? The most important thing, the most important characteristic of a woman. What does a man look for?
Make sure they ain't got none of this stuff underneath. I got my sweater on, but they want to make sure. They want to make sure their arms ain't bigger than theirs.
For real?
Yeah. And then they start, because if I was Ray Charles, think about it.
What?
Because Ray Charles, the only way where he was able to know what type of woman and how she looked, he would do this here, and he would have her wrists and stuff, and he would do like, and he knew it was good because she had a small wrist.
Baby,
because you can't be fat and have a small wrist.
No.
Think about it. So even a blind man can see.
But what if she's overweight but a good person?
Well, she need to go to the good gym.
Some men don't care. Some men would just rather have a good-hearted woman.
Some men don't care.
But he does. Angelo cares.
Some men don't care, but I'm speaking for a lot of men, though. That's what I'm saying. I'm speaking for a lot of men. So I'm gonna think about it. I think health is everything. But but like I say, even a blind man can see.
Hey, Manson just said, I know some guys that love extra fine women.
Is that extra fine? What that fine mean? Does that extra fine mean 300 pounds or two?
Because I know women that out there that are such great women, and I feel like, I just feel like sometimes men put way too much attention on a woman. She just had your baby.
It's me.
Like, what? She just had your baby.
So she put on 300 pounds and she had to. Was she fine then before she had the baby?
You just said you should stay the way you were when you got married.
Yeah, that's all I say.
I agree.
That's all I say.
I've even lost weight and I wasn't overweight at all. In fact, you never said anything about my weight.
Yeah, you want to lose more weight. I was like, hold on.
Yeah, you were like, I do not want a really skinny woman.
Yeah, even Lincoln like, you too little for me.
But I'm chiseled.
Yeah.
I'm really
chiseled. So now I have to go back to the Stairmaster and stuff since you lost more weight.
So I can get my butt lifted.
Yeah. But the thing is, when you meet someone, you met the person. This is how you met that person. Yeah. But if they want to better each other, this is what a couple does. And how can you be a power couple? This is what we're talking about. Not just talking about dating each other. You want some power in this relationship.
Yeah, and I really do believe that when you don't take care of yourself, you don't have power. Like, you don't feel good about yourself.
Yeah.
God created us to take care of our temple. And so I get it. Now, don't y'all be sending no hate mail because you feel like Angelo is bashing Fluffy.
Send it to me. Send it to me. RSVP me that information. I can handle my own.
Angelo says it matters.
I got a new shovel.
Okay, so here's number one.
I think Oprah had lost some weight when she met that right man, right?
Yeah.
His name was Stedman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the right man makes you want to do good.
Yeah.
And the thing that I love about you is you do things kind.
Yeah.
Like, we work out together. You're not at all ever bashing or anything like that. But
I don't want you to roll on me when you get mad at night.
Oh gosh. Yo, I'm going to spank him. I'm going to get him for all of y'all. So here's number one reason why you should not. Write this down. You should not be dating him or her. You ready for this? Number one reason. If you find yourself not wanting to talk about him or her in front of the people in your life that you know may disapprove of the relationship for some reason. If you find yourself not wanting to bring them around your friends, not wanting to talk about them, there is an underlying reason why, and you ain't being truthful with yourself. What do you think about that?
Because you look like this.
No. It could be that they just have a terrible personality. Maybe it's one of these people that say, this is me, take it or leave it.
Maybe she just don't socialize with people and stuff, and she don't want to be around your friends.
Well, and here's the problem.
Yeah.
If you get into a relationship with a man that is a businessman that has to do parties, or a pastor that has to be around people, and you don't like people, you should not be with that person. Because you knew who that person was before you got married to him.
Yeah. And then you can't.
So if you don't like people, you should never be with a person.
And I had that happen before.
You did?
And, I don't know if the thing is, she was a people person. But the thing is, it's about when you are a person that people.
Talk up.
When you have people that basically admire you.
Yeah.
Respect you. And you got clients that you're going to run into.
Yeah.
It's going to be they're going to get a little jealous sometimes.
Really?
Yeah, they're going to get a little jealous.
Do you ever get jealous?
No. I'm a big star. How are you talking about?
That's the one thing I do love about you is my exes would get so frustrated when people would come up and ask for pictures. They would get so angry.
Yeah.
Or my ex.
And I would just remembering stuff,
One of them.
I remember, my buddies and stuff. And this is back in the day.
But you do really good with that.
Yeah, my buddies, they did the biggest parties and the biggest entertainers and stuff. And I remember having that connection with my buddies and stuff. And they'll be in town this week, and I get the chance to see them.
Oh,
and
good.
Stuff. So they would, I remember it was a party. It was a Jay-Z stuff, and they did this show, and I didn't let her know that they was doing the event. And when we went to the event, and a couple of security, they saw me and they brought me all the way to the front. And I came and I told her, come on. And she went and got she tried to get her friends. And I'm like, no, you can't bring your friends and stuff, because they're just doing this VIP type of treatment and stuff. But she never believed then that I had this type of connections. So that's the reason why, too, I kind of had to let my business kind of kept to myself as well.
That's sad,
because it's
though.
kind of like when people don't believe in you and your connections, then sometimes they'll be jealous as well.
I don't understand that. I
Yeah.
don't understand how you can be with a mate,
Right.
a partner, and be jealous of them. How are you jealous of your wife or your husband or your boyfriend or girlfriend?
Well,
Because you're a team.
Well, you're a team, but if you feel that you're not really
up to that par.
Yeah, you're not really, just because you had a couple babies and you did this and maybe you don't know your place. I mean, we see that a lot.
Yeah.
We see that a lot. We see people, you take, and then the guy's on the right thing, what he want to do. I mean, you look at Deion Sanders.
Yeah.
Got all the faith, everything. Been married before, been in different relationship, but he know what his assignment was his kids.
Yeah.
And he have mastered that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And his assignment was he took a coaching job at HBC.
Yeah.
Jackson University.
Yeah.
Right? So, and then he was still in a relationship. But sometime when you start elevating,
and they can't.
But his mission was already, his assignment was his kid,
and she knew that,
and
couldn't fly with that.
Right. So at that point of time, you see what my mission is. My mission is my clientele, me to grow my business, me to provide for you.
Yeah.
And only thing you can do is help me elevate.
So what happens though, Angelo, when you begin to elevate in a relationship and your assignment was your kids, when you find that person's over your kids?
Well,
so he should have been able to navigate that better, but I guess he will if the right one comes, because I believe that when the right one comes in your life, you do.
And money had nothing to, money was never an issue here. So this is what we always say. The women say, I could do this if he was rich. No, you won't.
Nope.
No, you won't. Because money ain't going to be the issues all the time.
Yeah.
Because if that person and stuff can do so much.
And I believe Deion Sanders and them were together for like 11 years or something.
Right.
Dating for, number one, why are you dating that long and not getting married?
So this is a problem. So you don't know who you are, what you want to do.
So number two,
right,
is if you know the relationship isn't really going anywhere, but you don't want to break up because doing so would cause you to be insecure because you have allowed yourself to be identified by who you are dating that person rather than who you are in Christ.
Right. So they rather just say, I'd rather just
settle.
I'd rather just stay on this first class flight with you.
But I don't
want to.
I know it ain't going nowhere.
I know it ain't going nowhere. But I still want to walk around at the airport with a unit on my face, angry and stuff, and looking all stuck up and stuff. And gosh,
I just don't get it. I just do
Yeah.
not get how you would want to stay in a relationship where you do not have peace in your spirit.
Peace is peace when they can.
Peace is peace.
Peace is peace, but they figure they can still ride in the Maybach.
I remember when
still go on the girlfriends.
Babe, I remember when you and I were dating and I asked you what was the most important attribute for you, a characteristic you're looking for in a woman, and what did you say?
I think I was mentioning peace.
You said peace.
Peace.
You said, I don't care how fine a woman is. I need peace.
Yeah.
Don't come in my life.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing you even said about me. You said, you were one of the most happiest people I ever met. I never want to be the reason why you ain't joyful.
Yeah.
Because peace was both of our priority. But I just don't get that. Why you going to stay in a relationship with someone for 11, 12 years And then all of a sudden,
that you want to walk away from it now.
Dating potential.
Yeah.
What happens when you're dating potential? When you see something so good in that, I've been in relationships where I knew someone's potential, but they had no freaking character.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw their potential, and then I realized I don't care how much I see their potential. What if they never see it?
If the person don't see their own potential?
Yes. Okay, here's another one. You ready for this?
Yes.
Here's another one. Another reason why you shouldn't be dating him or her is if you cannot confront them about issues without them losing their temper.
Oh man. I'm glad I don't do that.
You don't do that.
Nah.
But I also believe
you kind of do that.
No, I do.
you kind of like I confront you a lot. I'm like,
yo, that is not true.
But see, I have to deal with.
I do not get angry unless I think maybe 2 or 3 times I've gotten a little unraveled in this relationship because
I'd be like,
I feel like I am the greatest wife. And then sometimes I'm just like, are you really going to nitpick this?
I do, because I have to deal with the church part, and then I have to deal with you being the wife part. And be like, you know what? These guys ain't coming up here and stuff for you to the altar for you think you go hug them and all that and stuff. I say, if they need some healing, I can put some healing.
That was a big thing for us.
And I say, you know what? See, because you don't know where their mind is at. You're in a certain spirit and stuff.
That was a big thing.
And your mind didn't realize and stuff. You forgot that you entered in a relationship.
So y'all, we were at the altar one time, and this grown man just fell on me weeping. Yeah. And after we were done, he was like, that's nuts.
And that's
not okay.
And he's got a wife, and they're in a situation. And I got nothing jealous.
He's not a jealous person.
I'm handsome than Will Smith and Denzel Washington together. You know what I'm saying?
We know.
And the thing is that you couldn't see it.
Yeah.
And then you trying to get into a relationship with an alpha guy that I can see through his tears.
That was huge.
I can see right through it. Now I can't see what he got going on in his life, but I understand but you're not his pastor. We at another church.
Yeah.
So if his pastor can't communicate and minister to him, what made Real Talk Kim say she just walk in here and she just feel like, oh God, he just cried right in my arms and stuff. See, I am something that when we see you are in your spirit, but I'm seeing right here in hindsight. See, hindsight's and this wisdom and stuff that my dad and these wise man gave me.
Yeah.
I could see through some of the stuff.
And that's been one of the biggest changes that I've made is that understanding that I'm married or understanding that I don't do things the same way I did because my alpha husband is not okay with it. It's not okay.
It's going to be vice versa for any pastor and stuff, and especially a man. I mean, you got Jamar Bryan, you got a lot of men out here and stuff. He's engaged to a lovely lady itself. So he have to look at it like
can't do things differently.
You have to do things as different, and you got someone coming into your church got a certain motive for do this. And most women coming in there say, I just want to put my hands around him. I just want him to touch me somewhere. You know? I'm like, and this is why they come all the way on the front row. But you know what? In Limitless, we got a certain rows that you can't get to. Hey,
so basically what you're saying is
because I put them healing hands on them.
What you're saying is if you couldn't confront me about these things that were a concern for you and I would not implement your concern change.
Yeah.
There's a problem. We couldn't have gotten married because I would have been trying to defend my right for men to fall all over.
And I wouldn't want you to come hug on me after you hugging on somebody and I got this Bond and cologne, this Debonair cologne on, and I'm like, and he's smelling like.
Here's another one. You ready for this one?
Winn-Dixie, Third Aisle.
We worked it out though, y'all. We worked it out. Here's another one. If you should not date another day with this person, if you discover that they are unfaithful to you, especially in the dating process, why on earth are you going to date and marry someone that couldn't even be faithful to you when you were dating? Because marriage is not going to change them.
Faithful now and unfaithful.
I don't think.
Faithful now, that you have to look at it in both ways and stuff, because we got social media here.
Yeah.
I like this post. And the post, that the lady was working out on the Stairmaster. Is that saying I'm unfaithful because I like the post? So because now we got to understand that now you say I like the post as a woman that this guy is hot and sweaty, got his shirt off like Magic Mike.
And he's not working out.
And he's not working out. Now, how do we...
Would you get jealous if I was liking men's post?
I would think that I'm the sexiest guy on earth.
I know.
But if you're liking something, how do we define this?
So you explain that. How do you define it?
That's what I'm saying. How do you do it?
I am not liking, like, there's not a jealous bone in my body either, but I'm also very, very watchful. Even when I was single, I would not go just follow and like these single men's posts. I just wouldn't do that. Or married men.
But this is where we're at, though. Social media, what's causing people relationship. Because they say...
I do not think men should be liking women pornography looking, sexy. They're standing out like this. Like, why are you looking at her post?
Yeah.
Why are you scrolling through? Like, you got to ask yourself this as a man.
Right.
Like, why are you with a woman? It's just disrespectful. Like, to me, like when someone cheats on you, or I was cheated on in both of my relationships. I just don't understand why you would stay in a relationship with someone when you got to go look at women that have no clothes on, or they're showing their abs.
Social media making it so easy now for people to just stay at home and stuff and do that. Or you at work, so it's so.
But I would have a problem with you liking those posts.
It's so easy to do it
because it's embarrassing to me.
And then guess what?
They're like, oh, real talk, Kim's husband's over here liking my stuff.
Yeah. And that's what they were like. No, real talk. They probably would say, look, real talk. Kim is liking the stuff. They won't say Angelo blah blah liking their post.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, before you, I never did it, and I'm not doing it after.
That's why I love.
Because I don't even like likes. That's what I don't. I don't even like likes.
We don't even follow each other.
I don't follow you, and even if you
because y'all ain't gonna be stalking him.
Even if you follow me, I'm not gonna follow you back. Because guess what? We got nothing in common.
Yeah.
Nothing in common.
Here's another one. Oh, we got to go to a break. We got to go. This went fast. This was a good topic.
This was good.
All right. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Listen. This is such a heated discussion, and we're talking about what did you say during break about social media?
The social media is part where they cheat. Now, you don't have to go outside your house anymore. You don't have to go to
No.
You ain't got to go outside. You ain't got to go to the gym. You ain't got to go to the club, wherever. You ain't got to go to the church.
It's in them DMs.
It's in that DM.
Yes.
Yeah. And some of them don't got their head so swole. They don't left the guy.
Gosh.
They don't left the guy. They left their husband or left their wife.
It is so sad.
And they ain't even seen her without the makeup on.
I mean, that messed up your whole family because some DM in talking something that your husband people always think the grass is greener on the other side, but the grass is always greener where you water it.
The grass could be green, but how green are you to do some stupid stuff? That's what's green about it.
Here's a question our producer sent. Was it established that we are exclusively talking, and have you all defined what's disrespectful to you? This kind of hit me between.
What we established?
Yeah. Have we like with me and you?
Like when
remember,
I took you.
Do you remember when I asked you for exclusive?
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, but when you going out, you already exclusive. What are we calling this stuff?
No, it's not assumed.
No.
Nope. Some people do not call it exclusive. You got to have that conversation.
Well, glad. Let me explain you my Duval County ways. See, cause y'all get this all mixed up and stuff. If I was in the nightclub or whatever, if I took you out to the Longhorn or Benny Henny or Benny Hahn, Benny whatever them restaurants around here, or a steakhouse or whatever, a little alley.
Yeah.
If I paid for it.
We're exclusive?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
But you are really old school.
Yeah, I'm like, you better.
You are not a player.
Hey.
That was the one thing. You're not one that was going to be kissing on all these women.
I remember.
You are not.
I remember when
when
I bought this drink. This time when I in Atlanta, I was at Twist. And I was at Twist, and everybody, if you understand back in the day, And I went and
Talk
bought
up.
I went and bought her a drink, and she was at the back of the club. I had to go all the way at the beginning of the lounge and
She's
stuff.
fine.
She's okay. She's okay. It was so funny and stuff, but she was just a friend of a friend. We was out.
Okay.
So, and I just got to Atlanta.
Yeah.
So I go to the bar and stuff and get her drink, and I got mine, and so many people, thousands of people. So I'm trying to maneuver the crowd.
Yeah.
And I get back there to give her the drink and stuff. And she was talking to one of the guys, and he played, famous guy, he played for the basketball for the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what happened?
And she was like trying to introduce me and stuff. I said, I don't need to meet nobody. Did you buy this drink? I said, I'm from Florida. I said, I don't know.
Did you give her the drink while she
I
was
had to let
talking
her
to the
know.
guy?
She said that was Joe. Joe played here and stuff. I said, I don't care who Joe is.
But had y'all ever even gone out?
No, but I paid for the drink. You don't understand what I'm just telling you. I paid for this drink. You on my time now. This is my dime. So that's what it is. I don't care how much a millionaire
This
he
is how
was.
men think.
I don't care what his Ferrari was. His Ferrari was right outside the door. So matter of fact, with Joe Johnson, me and him was real cool after that. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just think about.
So basically, after that,
it's
you were
about-
like deuces.
But it's about respect, though.
It's about respect.
It's about respect. So this
So
is what you got
ladies,
to understand.
this.
Don't sit up here and
This is why
spend
some of y'all
somebody's
single.
time. You spending someone's time and their money now.
Because you a player too.
Yeah.
You don't realize how men are looking at it.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
that's disrespectful to a man.
Yeah.
When you are taking drinks, if a man is buying you food,
and you
stop
taking-
flirting with everybody at the gym, at the restaurant.
You know everybody here, so once you went, but why you didn't go by yourself and buy your own drink?
Yeah.
Because that's what you're doing anyway.
Yeah. So but
time,
but you
that's what I'm
still
saying.
communication kills assumption.
Yeah.
Like I remember.
So I buy you a drink, I buy you food, you're on my time now. So yeah, this is what's going on now. So now we wouldn't have to do all this stuff.
I know, baby,
Yeah.
but you can't just assume that.
Y'all just as nice as it can be out here. That's why you're single and stuff. This is why you. Yeah.
Hey, baby,
This is
do
why
you-
you're single.
Baby,
This is why
do
you
you
lost.
remember whenever I said? Do you remember when I said, "Are we exclusive?" You remember where we were?
Yeah.
Where?
We was outside.
And I said, "Are we what?"
I said, yeah, we are.
You said, "What do you
But
mean?" Are
we're
we
like,
exclusive?
what? Yeah, you think I'm just wasting my time and stuff? Yeah.
But you got to have these
But
established conversations, and then you need to also say, "This bothers me."
But what
Like
bothers-
here's the limits,
But
the boundaries.
But we talking almost 15 years ago, or even in my time. That's still like 30 something years ago.
Mhm.
We talking now where it's still being disrespectful, still that that you're really lying anyway. So it don't really matter what you're saying. We're exclusive, and you still like, guess what? You still got that phone like this every time you meet. You're turning that over. So how do we?
Y'all, if y'all don't get you a man that is as good as
no.
this one when it
No.
comes to
No, these boys never.
character, good character.
A lot of these guys growed up with no men.
Yeah.
So now you don't
need
know
to
what.
you need to come to Limitless because
And
we have
not
a
even-
strong men's ministry.
Yeah, the girls are showing you
in
stuff
Georgia.
that they got most. The girls showing you they got more game.
Yo, Angelo's been telling me that.
Yeah.
That women have more game now.
They
Like, they
do.
are players. I just never was, so I don't get it.
Yeah.
Y'all, this has been such a great podcast. Thank you so much for joining us. We would love for you to be a part of Couples Goals. When is it, baby?
October the 7th, then you can stay exclusive in that. You know, we
Yeah.
can tell you how to be able to get from single to
Yo,
finding the
my
person.
baby is going to be going in depth and teaching on you can't be doing that, man.
Yeah.
Like in a relationship, your job as the man of the house, the man of this marriage, and it starts when you are exclusive. God created you to lead her, to be a lion. And you can't just be liking women's posts and giving these women big heads, because a like on a post to a woman that ain't right, that's like buying her dinner.
And if you feel that ain't a connection when you go out with a person,
Don't go again.
when the bill come, pay for it yourself. Pay for yours.
You mean a woman so that you don't feel like
That way he ain't stalking you.
that's so good.
See, I tell you, couples
Couples
Singles
goals. Y'all
Get
need
in
to
it.
go to realtalkhim.com
get
and
in.
sign up for Couples Goals right now.
Get in.
It is all on Zoom. You can join if you want to join as husband and wives. You can join if you're just a wife and your husband don't want to join, or a husband and your wife don't want to join. We've got several people from our gym, even men that have come up and said, I've been divorced for 3 years and y'all's ministry, I watch your podcast every week and I've joined. Good looking men for these single women.
And you met him online.
So we're going to get you right so we can connect you guys.
Yeah.
We've got some great surprises for you for Couples Goals. So it's 5 weeks. It's all via Zoom. So you can go back and watch the replays as much as you want. You do not have to be present for the classes. You can go back and watch it on your own time.
And if you met that guy online and he's short like Honor on Different World, I mean, I'm just gonna pay for my own. I'm gonna pay for my own drink, a meal, or whatever. And like, man,
some women don't care about short. They just want a good man.
Okay, then you believe that if you want to.
Did you ever see Pretty in Pink? That movie where that girl was dating this guy and he come right here?
Yeah.
Sally Ringwald.
Oh yeah.
All right, y'all. We love you so much. Make sure you're subscribing. Make sure you share this podcast. And thank you. Me and Angelo read all of your comments, and we are loving your support. We're so thankful that y'all love us. And make sure you're responding and talking in the DMs, because this man right here always is reading them comments.
Always. I think next time I'm gonna respond to some of them. So give me.
Baby, you need to respond.
I'm gonna respond to some of them because
Yeah.
I know that I read one.
You can even go up under me, so they don't find you.
I read one that one of the lady was saying her mom dated a merchant seaman, like my dad was and stuff, and like I say, and he was on the ship in the 60s or 70s. So I read some of the comments.
I love that.
I read some of the comments.
You actually read all the comments on everything.
Yeah.
All right. I love you guys. Make sure you come back next week. We are going to have the greatest show for you again. What a fun month. Love you guys. See you on Couple Goals.